Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Valenzuela Live. I am John Kenneth Oribiana from Doña Ata Elementary School, your live streaming teacher for today. We are now on the third week of the fourth quarter. For today's objectives, based on the most essential learning competencies, you should be able to visualize the volume of solid figures in different situations using non-standard and standard units. And find the volume of a rectangular prism using cubic centimeter and cubic meters. As we begin our discussion, may I remind you to prepare your module, pen, and paper, and comment your complete name, school, grade, and section on the comment section below. To see if you can still remember your past lessons, let's have an activity about solid figure. So identify the solid figure given. What solid figure is this? Very good. This is a cone. How about this figure? That's right. It is a cylinder. How about this solid figure? Excellent. This is a pyramid. Next solid figure. Good job. This one is a sphere. And how about this one? That's right. This is a cube. And that solid figure, very good. This one is a rectangular prism. Now, what can you see in our screen? Are you familiar with this? That's right. This is an aquarium. Did you know that when you put sand or water inside the aquarium, the amount of sand and water in the aquarium is also the space that the aquarium can occupy? That is what we call volume. A volume is amount of space in a three-dimensional figure. It is measured by a cubic unit. I have here a rectangular prism that measures 4 units long, 2 units wide, and 3 units high. So that means that this figure has 4 units for its length, 2 units for its width, and 3 units for its height. Now, let us count the cubic units for each layer. As you can see, the first layer has 8 units, 8 unit cubes that is obtained by multiplying the length and the width. Since there are 3 layers of 8 unit cubes, then multiply 8 by 3, we will have a total of 24 unit cubes. This rectangular prism has 24 cubic units. This 24 cubic units is the volume of this figure. Aside from counting of cubic units, we can also use the formula in getting the volume of rectangular prism. The volume of rectangular prism is the product of the 3 dimensions, namely length, width, and height. So that would be equal to length times width times height. Therefore, 4 units times 2 units times 3 units is equal to 24 cubic units. I have here an example for you to understand or for you to find the volume of a rectangular prism. I have here a rectangular prism measures 2 units by 4 units by 2 units. So what do you think is the volume of this rectangular prism? To get the volume, I have here the formula. Volume of rectangular prism is equal to length times width times height. Therefore, we have 4 units of its length times 2 units for its width and 2 units for its height. If we multiply 4 times 2, the volume of rectangular prism is 16 cubic units. Next example, a rectangular prism with 5 meters by 2 meters by 3 meters. Don't forget the formula in getting the volume of rectangular prism. Volume of rectangular prism is equal to length times width times height. Therefore, we have 5 meters times 2 meters times 3 meters, and the volume of this rectangular prism is 30 cubic meters. Next example, a rectangular prism with 4 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 2 centimeter. To get the volume of this rectangular prism, again, the formula is volume is equal to length times width times height. Therefore, we have 10 centimeter times 4 centimeter times 2 centimeter. And the volume of this rectangular prism is 80 cubic centimeters. Now, it's time for our activity. Let's see if we have already learned on how to identify the numbers of unit cubes in a figure. I will give you 15 seconds to identify the number of unit cubes. So let us start. First figure, identify the number of unit cubes. Your 15 seconds starts now. Okay, time's up. So this figure has 50 unit cubes. Okay, second figure. How many unit cubes are there in this figure? Your 15 seconds starts now. Time's up. So this figure has 12 unit cubes. Next figure. How many unit cubes are there in this figure? Your 15 seconds starts now. Time's up. If you got 8 unit cubes, therefore you got the correct answer. How about in this figure? How many unit cubes are there in this figure? 15 seconds starts now. Okay, time's up. So this figure has 15 unit cubes. And last one, how many unit cubes are there in this figure? Your 15 seconds start now. Okay, time's up. The answer is 18 unit cubes. Good job, students. Now, let us summarize what we have learned today. First, the volume of a solid figure is the amount of space it occupies. Second, a cubic unit is the standard unit of a measure to find the volume of a solid figure. And the volume of a rectangular prism is equal to product of its length, width, and height. If you don't have any questions, this is your activity at home. Answer Assessment B in Mathematics Module 4, page 9. Checking of your activity will be done by your discussion teacher. So this ends our discussion for graders. I hope you learned a lot today. I am so glad and thankful for your active participation. Again, I am your Math Facebook Live teacher, John Kenneth Diaribiana, saying, just because something is difficult doesn't mean you shouldn't try. It just means you should try harder. See you again in our next discussion. Goodbye!